Episode 105 of Millennialistic. In the studio with me is Xavier and DJ. What's up, guys?
Once again,
we're back at it.
Another day in paradise.
Another day in paradise. And with us, probably about 100 episodes too late, is our good buddy Dwain, coming on the podcast to talk to us about some more Goddess Awakening things, specifically some vendors. We'll get to that in a second. But first, Dwain, welcome to the studio, man. How are you?
Appreciate it. I'm doing good.
Like I said, man.
Glad to be here.
We're long overdue, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Long overdue.
I'd like to begin with a fact.
But, yeah, man, we're excited to have you on here. Why don't you start by just telling the beautiful millennials with thousands and thousands out there who you are and a little bit about yourself.
All right. My name's Dwain. I was born in Starkville, Mississippi. Moved around a lot. Yeah, Mississippi State,
Right,
yes.
Go State.
Moved around a lot as a child. My dad was a truck driver. In my adult life, I kind of started going to festivals and met some really cool people. One festival in particular was Ruan, when Bonnaroo got canceled, which is where I met all of you fine people. And was dancing one night at a show and met Samantha, and we just became best friends and kept in contact, and I was kind of included in the group at that point.
Yeah, dude.
that's how it goes down. That's how we picked this dude up.
Yeah, I literally just
Actually,
rolled into
him
the house
too.
one day and was like, "Hey, I'm here to help with the music festival."
We actually swapped a friend out for him, somebody who wasn't doing so good, and we're just like, you know what, it worked out perfect. This dude right here came to my house and was asking sketchy questions. My girlfriend at the time was like, "Yeah, I don't think he's a cop," and I'm like, "Yeah, whatever, let him in the house."
Yeah.
Ended up not being a cop. He was cool.
But
I mean, you would be the guy that's
do look
undercover.
like
That's what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Blonde hair,
Definitely
blue eyes,
the
either a
undercover.
cop or a
Yeah. Wears
I get
funny
that a lot of
shirts,
festivals. I get that a lot.
unbuttoned,
yeah. That looks
Like,
yeah. You're just so
Yeah,
believable right
no,
now.
Exactly.
Magnum PI.
Like kids definitely kind of.
Oh wait, I guess
That's
millennials
awesome.
wouldn't know what Magnum PI is, would they?
Yeah,
They remade
it. Yeah, they remade
Oh,
it.
okay.
But
I
maybe
don't
not.
know what PI is.
Miami Vice.
Yeah, there
That-
you go. There you go. For sure.
Yeah, it was really surprising to me that, CBD as a group has so many people, and I always felt included and always just like we had all been friends forever.
Yeah, that was that weekend was an interesting week. Have we really talked? Have we dove into
Refugees, Ruan?
Refugees, yeah, Ruan here on the podcast.
I'm sure.
I feel like we've dabbled on it.
105 episodes in.
Yes. We had Ariel.
Absolutely.
We had Ariel and Samantha on to talk about it. I think.
Yeah, we
I
Probably.
believe we did a whole episode.
I can't imagine you have not.
Yeah. Well, for those, as a quick refresher, Bonnaroo got canceled that one year after COVID due to the hurricane.
It was 2020.
Yeah, the hurricane was
Yeah,
storms
some
rolled
storm
through.
rolled in and flooded out the festival grounds for Bonnaroo.
Funny
Yeah.
story, some of my friends had already gotten there because we were volunteers taking care of the showers, and there was probably 8 out of 10 people. It was me and my friend. We were driving in on Thursday, and my friend Daniel called me and said, "Hey, they canceled Bonnaroo," and I was like, whatever. They were like, "No, they really did." So they had tractors out there. You know how big the back tires on tractors are?
Yeah.
They were stuck. Like, they couldn't even move.
Yeah.
And they had to sit there for 2 days until they could finally get dry enough to get out. Like, my friends had to stay there. No mud boots, just tromping around in the mud. It was miserable. None of them went to Ruan with me. They were like, "Nope, we're done."
Oh no!
They
None of
missed
them.
out.
Where did they hail
I-
from?
Huh?
Where were they from?
Nashville.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, it's not like they. At least it's not like they came from Mississippi or
Yeah.
somewhere.
But they had such a bad experience those 2 days. They were just like, "We're
I'm over
done."
it. I'm
Yeah.
over it. Honestly, I don't really blame them.
But I was like, "I'm going somewhere."
The year prior, we have a bunch of people come from, as you know, from all over the United States. They all came to Tennessee anyway, even though there weren't going to be any shows. And Martine and I were roommates at the time. We had a bunch of people at our house, and then Dana and Nick had a bunch of people at their house. So we still had like the whole Camp Balls Deep group together, but instead of going out and going to shows, we just did stuff at our houses and rotated for a couple of days.
It was fun.
Oh yeah.
It was a lot of fun. It was so cool. Like,
that was the COVID year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ruan must have been 21.
Ron was 21.
Ruan was the
21,
year
yeah.
everything came back.
21.
That didn't have a date on it.
Yeah,
does it?
think about it. 21. That's 21.
It has to be 2020. May 2020 was COVID.
Yeah,
I mean, the
everything
things-
was locked down in 2020.
When people say they have COVID now, I'm like, it's not a real thing.
Yeah.
My mom so freaks out
Doesn't
about it.
exist
She's like, "Oh
anymore.
my god, COVID." I'm like, "It's a flu now. Chill.
Yeah.
Nobody's dying."
There's a new variant.
Yeah,
There's always
There's
new
like
variants.
10.
There's
Yeah.
a variant of everything.
Okay, I feel like this is fixing to go right. Let's.
Hey, and make America great again. Make sure to get out there and vote for Trump this November, brother.
We just lost.
Anyway, sorry. And get your tickets for Goddess Awakening. Fuck. But no, I love that story. We were talking off camera, Dwayne, about your fuzzy white light up jacket.
Yeah.
You'll have to send me a picture. I might have to rip that off your Facebook
Yeah.
and post it on here because that. Was,
Well, the white fuzzy jacket plus my hat.
yeah, the top hat.
It's like
There's like a Russian hat. What was the hat?
it just has like not sequins, but it's just bedazzled all the way around.
Yeah.
I'll show you a picture.
Yup.
You'll remember when I show you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to picture like.
But yeah, Ruan was wild, and we had pretty like legit setup and good amount. That's Wicked played that weekend.
I mean,
podcast.
Hands down, to be thrown together in 24 hours to have that many people come, and I guess it helped us a little bit because we weren't that far from Manchester when Bonnaroo got canceled.
Right.
But I feel like it was just enough word of mouth. I feel like if we would have had more, it would have been chaos.
Shit show.
Literally-
Well, I think they did have to like kind of.
There were other.
at some point, right?
There's somewhere else that was kind of doing the same thing we were doing.
Yeah, one of the bars at in Manchester.
Common
Common
John's.
John Breweries. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where the idea started.
Also another.
We
friend of
were
the
all
podcast.
sitting at Common John's.
Eventually, well, they were like, "Hey, of course, like CBD, y'all can come hang out. It's fine, whatever."
And
They're like, "Oh, invite some other people," and then they start doing logistics. Like, maybe we can put something together, and people started making phone calls, and my team started hitting up DJs, and
18
all of a
hours
sudden,
later.
it was a whole thing, and it was insane. Yeah, so it was so
Yeah,
wild.
it was. I was catching lightning in a bottle for sure. man.
100%.
It was a good song.
Wait, what is this phrase? I've never heard this
Catching
phrase.
lightning in a
Lightning
bottle.
in a bottle. It's like
I've never heard this phrase.
kind of like you're striking the iron while it's hot. Like you just get kind of like really like lucked
Luck-
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's luck.
Yeah, you just like
Yeah,
Perfect
But,
storm is what I call
you
it.
know they say
it could be bad or good though.
no.
was
Luck
bad
is
for
when
Bonnaroo, great
preparation
for us.
meets. Luck is when
It's like,
preparation meets opportunity.
It reminds me of like a
Like
what
a
do they call the
marching
train?
band.
Or a train
Yeah,
conductor.
Yeah.
Marching band fits more.
Yeah, I don't know what the hat's called, but yeah.
Train conductor.
Ariel has this one. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
It's
pretty
she
wild
got the
looking.
Yeah.
wild-ass hat.
Steampunk, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hats are wild. Anyways,
Well,
so
never.
what was your first festival you went to ever?
Oh God. First festival
You had to
was
drive
probably
first.
Bonnaroo. It was
Really?
Bonnaroo back
What year?
in like mid 2000s.
Me too.
I don't remember.
There's a date
I know
range.
I worked at the bank from 2004 to 2008, and it was either 04 or 05.
I was in high school.
And I've been 14 years, not consecutively, obviously, but
So was your bank job what brought you to like the Nashville area? at the
no.
time?
My dad and stepmom moved to Hendersonville in '94,
Okay.
and I started high school in '94 at Beach in Hendersonville. So
Okay. Well, I didn't know you went to the beach. We used to have our weedman office used to be up there in
Yep.
Hendersonville. So I used to go to Main Street Pub, Main Street Grill, Main Street Pub. I don't know, right next to the donuts place.
I don't hang out in Hendersonville. Go to my parents and leave.
Yeah. I like Hendersonville. It's cool. It's just like kind of a commute out there.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a hike.
Yeah.
past the old lake. But heck yeah,
Your
dude.
first year at Bonnaroo, who do you remember seeing? Who stood out?
That's a good question.
You had a good time?
That's a real good question. Can't remember who was there.
They also
Did you just
But like, I have my artists I want to see every year, but I guess I just did. I was more worried about the experience because this was back when they didn't have flushable toilets, when they didn't have showers.
I remember that.
I mean,
I
you
remember those
were
years.
camping.
yeah, those are the roughing it years.
Yeah.
I only had. I started going in 2014. And when did they get real bathrooms? Like 17 or 18?
17.
So my first 3 years, 14, 15, 16.
17 was. I was like, man, these bathrooms are nice.
See, I would have to get my bands out and look to see what years I've gone. I don't keep time frames like that.
This stuff definitely is melted together because we all have stories. Remember this one time? I'm like, were you there? They're like, no, I wasn't there. I'm like, who was there?
Swear you were there.
It's so long ago, and there's a lot of them, so that
Well, and I
happens.
feel like after you hear the stories so many times too, it like a picture gets painted that like,
Yeah.
was I there? Like I've heard this story so many times. Like
Yeah.
I actually think I remember that. Like
Inception.
no way.
And the thing I've come to like about smaller festivals, there's not all of these overlaps. You know, Bonnaroo, sometimes you have 15 minutes to see this artist, then this artist, then this artist. Yeah.
I used to try to write out my entire weekend, weeks and weeks in advance, and have like a whole like time slot. I'm gonna see them for this amount of time.
Yeah.
We'll go to this stage. But
It never works out.
No, and after like 3 years of trying that, I quit.
It worked my
and then
first year.
And then also I quit trying to be with everyone all together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, I was like, I'm out. Even without my significant others, eventually, I was with at the time. I'm going to this show. See you later, hun.
Yeah.
And that worked out perfect. That was great.
That's what I learned after a while is you can't
keep
the
with
whole
everybody.
group together forever.
That's
And if
what
you really want to go
ruined-
do shit, you can't be in a group of 20, 30 people.
Yeah.
But here's a cool thing: since we're all veterans there, we've been so many times. There's certain spots in front of certain stages and tents. We've been at for years. We're like, oh, right next to this tree in this area. So if you like go get lost, whatever, come by a show. I wonder if any of Balls Deep is at this tent by this
Film
spot, and you walk to the spot right every year, and you run into everyone. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the film
Yeah.
tree.
I feel like it naturally, when you go so many years with the same people,
You
you
run-
know where the people that always want to sit down stay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
You know,
going to
yeah,
they have their
shows
slot.
knowing I'm going to have friends at that show, not knowing where they're going to be, and just followed the graph walking through people and have literally walked into our people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now my dumb ass always walks right past people.
Brian!
Oh shit! Hey, what's up, guys? What up?
I'm normally the
You should
totem
talk to people
holder,
who
so
look
I
like
can
us.
see everybody. And everybody
Brian, those
finds
aren't your
me.
friends. Stop talking to them.
Dude, and then you run into all those groups of friends that look like your groups of friends. So you're like just so happy. You're like, yes, fuck. No.
I did do that once. I'll say I was very inebriated. I walked out of a porta potty, walked back to a show. It was raining, and I was walking up to these people, and I was like, "Hey, not my friends.
Yeah.
Later."
Not my people,
Just so
not my
embarrassed.
people, not my
When you're
people.
inebriated and it's dark,
Only
it's
happened
kind of like,
once. I was like, "Hey."
Walking down the porta potty area, which
You
is
look
like
like my
kind
friends.
of well lit, and then it's like dark again, and you're like,
it's not ever really well lit. What porta potties have you been going to?
well, you know, they
He has
got
a headlamp on, right?
Yeah, they got the lights on out there, but again, that might
Keep
be
one strapped to my
2017.
head. Click, click.
Yeah.
I remember discovering that year 2. I was like, "Oh my god, I can put a light on my head."
Oh, that was a year one for me.
Woo, year 2. Year 1. I was not ready. No wet wipes. No.
Oh, man.
Dude, I was cowboying it.
See, I had a year with your boy.
No money, just
You
like
know who, and he put me through the ringer and taught me all I needed to know to
Yeah, he's a good
have
one.
a successful first Bonnaroo.
yeah.
You went to Bonnaroo with Voldemort?
Yes.
Was it?
Thank you, Eric Salisbury.
No.
He's
Dude.
a good friend of ours.
Eric Salisbury, low key, is kind of Voldemort, right?
No.
No,
No.
I don't know who he is in that world, but
I mean, just a badass wizard, though.
I mean,
yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
In that
yeah.
sense. Eric, I think you'd be Voldemort, dog, for what it's worth, in a badass way, you know? Not in a get killed by Harry Potter's bitch ass way, but in a cool way, you know? Anyway, I digress. DJ, were you just
At least we didn't go political.
DJ,
We were on the
We
verge.
already went down that road.
remember Kamala 2024. Make sure to get out and vote.
All right, now the earlier statements balanced out.
Mixed.
So,
If they made it this far,
We're getting-
it's fun.
yeah.
We're getting endorsed by both. We take money from both sides. So
I mean, come on.
Can't
Still
say-
looking for
Let's
that
go over our
RFK
sponsor list
endorsement.
real quick. Kidding.
There's a lot of For Americas on here.
Each one of these stickers, actually.
No. Hey, you know our stance on politics on this podcast. Fuck all politicians. Anyways, we were talking about festivals.
Yes.
All right, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back in. I don't know how you guys got me on that subject.
You got yourself,
You
dude.
jumped to that.
You
Yeah,
did
I
yourself,
feel like
man.
you guys started asking me all these weird.
We were talking about
questions.
Bonnaroo, and then
You brought up Colump.
We got on porta potties. We were talking about taking weird shits, and then I think
No,
you were
we
talking
were
about
not.
taking weird
We
shit.
we did not say anything about
We didn't say
one
anything
shit.
about that. We gotta listen back to the recording.
Yeah, you got to.
I have plenty of shit stories. We did not start the shit conversation.
I do know one that you told me once. That's so funny. I just thought about
Is it
that.
podcast worthy?
Actually, at Ruan, I got in trouble by Billy. Wasn't that the
Yeah.
security guy? No, not Billy Kaufman, but the older guy that was out there that was standing up at the front with
Yeah, I know who you're
you.
talking about.
I'm sorry, but he was just a dick. Anyways, he was like, "No,
I don't
you can't
know.
park there," and I'm like, "Cameron and DJ are telling me to park here." "No, you can't park there. Who are you? What's Cameron's last name?" And I'm like, "Whoa." Anyways,
Yeah, he was a handful to deal with.
yeah. So
I mean,
you
make
know,
his character.
you know how you walk down the trail and they have the spring that comes out in the little wooden house looking thing. Did you ever go down there?
Okay,
And then
yeah.
you go left and you go down
Yeah.
to like
Yeah, the
the
spring
watering
house.
hole.
Right.
Well, I went down there because I'm smart, and I was like, nobody's gonna take a bath, like bathe in there. So I went down there, and they're like, no, it's up there. Well, you know, I was inebriated, so Steven and that dude came down there, and I'm butt ass naked in the little house thing where the spring water feeds into the distillery.
Okay.
They had cut it off. Let me preface it with that. They had cut it off from
water,
the distillery.
I will tell you, having worked there, the water that is in the spring that's out of the rocks, that's like you can get in, is not used to make any of the whiskey.
Okay.
It's all fed by pipes to the distillery.
Well, I'm just butt naked, like in the little house thing, bathing myself with some soap. Got in trouble.
Trying to stay clean. Guy.
Because people come in there to collect that water for their house and shit.
Oh, well. It was clean.
Well, it was.
The shit I saw and said no. No
Dude,
bathing.
with the festival going on, no one was there coming to get water from there.
Oh,
Guaranteed.
no.
I wonder if that's why that last batch you had
Tastes a little burnt.
No, you're just a little girl. You can't handle
You
the
are
high
a
proof
girl when it
stuff.
comes to alcohol.
Yeah, I don't really.
It was
take
some
shots
130
like
proof Tennessee.
I am
whiskey.
too. I wouldn't even take a
that.
shot.
I don't do that. Hey, that's not me, and
More for
I don't
us.
claim that. I don't claim that.
All right, well, that wasn't a shit story, but a good story
It's a good
nonetheless.
story.
Did you want to tell the shit story? Well,
No.
we got you. Okay.
There's too many.
Move past, we'll cross
Which one-
that off
what-
here.
Let me think. It was. What was it?
Oh, in the tent?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. That's
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember this
Yeah.
story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
let's
it.
save that for another day.
Yeah, we come back to that later on.
Music festivals.
Well, so you're involved with the festival, and tell people how
yeah, well,
you are a part of.
Well, why don't we start with what did you do the first year at Goddess Awakening?
I was kind of, I believe. See, here comes that time frame again.
Uh-oh.
I know I was involved. I think I was the volunteer coordinator. Maybe.
That sounds accurate.
Sound? Yeah, I don't know.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of running around everywhere.
Yeah.
Did you pay attention? I think I radioed to you and Sam. I was like, hey, there's a group of people that just showed up in a pickup truck with a rebel flag hanging out, waving
Yeah.
in the wind.
We did not allow that.
Yeah.
Allow that. That's kind of the wrong spot for it.
Well, you're in Arkansas.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I love Arkansas for what it is, but
It's in the South, baby.
I've been hunting in Arkansas. My stepdad has a cabin in Arkansas. Anyways, this year I'm the vendor coordinator.
All right. So, what has gone into that role so far?
A lot of emails. A lot of emails that weren't received. It was in junk folders. Basically, I just had to start texting everyone and, hey, I sent you this email. Re-forward the email. But it's been pretty good. I mean, we had, I think, over 60 people sign up.
Yeah.
We have about 15 vendors that will actually be there, which is a lot more than the first year. So
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
yeah,
How many food vendors?
4.
4, and then the rest are like art.
Clothing, art, accessories. We're gonna put a couple of vendors down at the other stage, just so there's an option there to get drink, food, whatever, and a clothing vendor down there. Everyone else will be kind of where it was the first year, off to the right of the main stage.
Okay. Yeah.
And I made a little map, and yeah.
And also good to be at that other stage too, because it's kind of like everybody funnels there.
Yeah.
So, I'm fat and I like to eat, so I've got to know who are some of the food vendors on the lineup for this year.
I knew. As soon as
Oh.
he asked the first question. I think we have
Honestly, we'll probably look it up at the break too. Probably get access to it somewhere.
drizzly dogs,
Sounds delicious.
all kinds of hot dogs, gourmet hot dogs.
Oh, like daddy's dogs kind of type of deal. Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
put peanut butter and lettuce.
Actually, it's
some
on my
weird-
drive. Let
Should
me
we all
look it
try
up real quick.
Yeah, I feel like hot
We're
dogs
gonna
are
have
awesome.
a slushy. It's called Get Slushed.
Okay.
Get slush.
Yeah.
That means there's something else in that slushy besides slushy.
Slush meow.
Okay, so
It's such a slushy.
food, we're gonna have Tawanda, which was the grilled cheese lady that gives waters free if anybody needs a water. I
Grilled
believe
cheese?
I'm correct in saying she will
Grilled
give
cheese
you
is a
water for
lifesaver.
free. Yep, Dizzle Dogs. We have Get Slushed and Fancy Nuts.
Is it?
So they're gonna have 100% juice slushies and Bavarian style roasted nuts. And then one of my best friends, Mariah, which you guys probably know, real tall girl. Moonroom Kitchen. She's gonna be there. She's gonna have dairy free and vegan options.
Okay.
Cause she's dairy free. A lot of our friends are vegan, so that's kind of like her specialty.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
I am
The
neither of
opposite.
those things, but I'm open and willing to try new things.
You've never had any vegan food before? Alright,
I mean,
a
I'm
vegan,
sure
a
I've
vegan
had,
meal.
Like I've eaten
Okay.
salads before.
This
Salad
is-
probably was. Did you use ranch and cheese in your salad? That's not vegan.
Have you had
then.
Indian food?
ranch.
Yeah, there's dairy in it. If it
Oh,
comes
yeah.
from an animal, then
Did you know Caesar dressing has, what is it, anchovies?
Yeah.
Yeah, anchovies.
I didn't know that either. What?
Damn, I didn't know
I
love it.
Yeah.
that. Caesar's dressing?
I would never eat just, an anchovy by
Oh, no.
itself.
Our girl I work with made vegan lasagna. It was actually fire. It was really good.
I feel like it'd be easy to make.
And gluten free. She
pasta,
does like no
right?
gluten, and she does no.
Gluten's a different story.
She's everything's gone. You're thinking.
Well, you got to think dairy free, vegan, and gluten are all three really different things.
It's America.
So imagine when we all get together for like Friendsgiving.
Right.
Okay, funny story. I tried one year to make this to include everyone in my dish.
Oh no.
I forget what it was. Chicken casserole or something. And like, let's be honest. If it has casserole in the name, it's gonna have some kind of dairy. I just had a brain fart. And my friend Mariah that I was talking about, she ate like half the bowl. She's dairy free. She forgave me. It was an
Did
honest
she immediately
accident.
figure it out, or she was just like,
No, she
I don't feel
she did
good.
ask me like at least 3 times. Are you sure this doesn't have dairy in
This
it?
is
I'm like,
so
no,
good.
no. I made.
Absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
including everybody. For sure. Of course not.
she's
Why would I do
she's
that?
like, this is so good. Are you
They
sure?
still joke on me about that. No.
Damn. See, I'm not the one either, dude. I don't know any of that. My sister-in-law is gluten-free.
Well, it's like vegan and dairy-free and gluten. Like, it's a lot when someone isn't any of those things, you know?
I feel like at that point it's just like...
Water.
Yeah, like
Ice cubes.
vegetables,
Water and
like
carrots.
broccoli.
Green beans.
I don't know. But that's why I also respect people that can whip it up like that. You know what I mean? That can do that because it's like, all right. Because if she can trick me to think that...
But
Well,
hey,
she has a food truck, but the food truck isn't transportable because it's higher than it is. Like, it has, what do you call it? Top heavy.
Okay.
So now she's learning ways to set up without actually having the food truck. But it's called Moonroom Kitchen on Instagram. Just Moonroom
is
Kitchen.
it local here to here, Nashville?
Yeah, she's in Nashville.
Damn. Okay.
She's made stuff for resident events at my property. Yeah, she's wanting to get more full time.
Okay.
It's her passion. It's her dream. It's what she wants to do. So
Okay. I might have to be trying some vegan options here, boys. Watch out, dude. What if I...
There's no way.
No,
What if I
you
switch?
I'd put so much money in that you would never go
What
vegan.
if I switch, dude?
I don't think you could do vegetarian.
Y'all have to catch me... Y'all have to catch me sitting up here like this. Fucking table and shit.
that's what he's gonna be like.
God
Just
damn.
Just because you're vegan doesn't mean you do yoga too.
Yeah, idiot.
No, I would though.
Just go all in.
Yeah, dude.
Stop using any
Jeez.
products that have anything that's not, natural.
No, we gotta make.
You're
this
done with beer,
My
Kool-Aid,
chakras
dog
are all
food,
fucking-
all that stuff.
We gotta make this a challenge now. That he can make money if he
And
actually.
Brian was like,
commits.
"I want to do this challenge. I would go toe to toe with him just
I
to
would.
see if
I
we
like
could do
meat.
it."
No, you
I would
guys
sh-
don't understand because, like I said,
do you want the camera to see what pops up on your phone?
Oh,
Nobody wants to
Yeah.
see.
hell yeah!
Anyways, back to Goddess. We're actually gonna have a massage vendor, which
That's
I am
tight.
stoked. It's like, so I lived in China for 2 years, and I was in Thailand for 2.5
Damn,
months
what?
before that.
Hold on, pause. Yes, I did know this, but we're gonna have to back up and unpack that really quick. So wait.
In May of
what?
2017, I was 37 years old and decided I've never been out of the country. I'm just gonna do it. Literally never been out of the country
Just
at
got
37
like a
years
wild
old.
hair like that.
Yep.
Didn't get a job offer.
Well, my best friend Ted was on this adventure, and I was like, fuck this, I'm doing it. So I booked a one-way ticket to Bangkok. Never been out of the country. Didn't know anyone there, nothing. So I spent 2.5 months in Thailand, which is where I took my course to get my TEFL certificate, Teach English as a Foreign Language.
Okay.
So then when I was going through my course, I was applying Japan, China, and Korea are like the
big three.
Yeah, they pay the most. And I interviewed, the first school I interviewed with in China just hired me. Actually, they sent me the email that said, hey, we want to move forward, you're hired. The first day of my TEFL course. So I went through the TEFL course knowing I had a job lined up.
That's pretty cool.
And then you were just teaching English to little Chinese kids for
Yep.
2 years?
Kindergarten and pre-K.
Dude, what? Okay, so tell us about that experience. Because you don't speak any Chinese at this point, right?
No.
Or,
I mean, I know
Mandarin.
Mandarin.
My bad. Mandarin.
Yeah.
Bigot as fuck.
No, I learned numbers, like how to
So
get
now
by,
it's-
if you go to the store and
Yeah.
they're giving you the price.
Ni hao. Ni hao.
But yeah, the thing is, I knew I wasn't going to stay there for a long period of time, so I don't know, maybe it's my generation. It was just too much for me to try to learn Mandarin when I'm only going to be there. I thought I was only going to be there for a year, but then I was dating a guy, and that's why I went back the second year. I actually came home 5 times within those 2 years.
Damn, okay.
Bonnaroo were 2 of those
That's-
times.
Oh, damn.
That's at least $7,000 for.
No. It is a long flight, though.
Oh God.
How long is that flight from Bangkok?
I mean, it's about, well, I was in China. So I would have to fly either to Beijing or Hong Kong, which my favorite parts of Asia that I visited, anywhere in Thailand, just anywhere, the whole country. I want to retire and open a hostel there. We're not going to get into that. Hong Kong is absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10 recommend. Shanghai is the only place they have Taco Bell.
We're going to Shanghai, boys.
I mean, when you're living in China, I was in a tier 2 city. But
What does that mean, a tier 2 city?
like New York would be tier 1, we would be tier 2 here in Nashville,
Okay.
so to speak.
So like a small major city
Yeah.
type deal.
So Nashville wouldn't know White Castle.
We had 7.5 million people in my city.
Okay. Good little sauce. Good little sauce.
But
in China, that's considered.
and the guy I was dating, his parents live like 4 hours out from this major city in the country.
Were they Chinese?
And
or
it
were
was
they
like
also
the
American?
latter part of my second year there that we went out there, and like out there's not all these tall buildings. It's not a huge city.
It's a town, not a city.
And he had these windows that went all the way around the sunroom that you could like fold back. And I was looking up and I was like, this is the first time I've seen stars in China. Because when you're in the city, it's nothing
all like-
So much
but,
light pollution.
yeah, and it's nothing but high rises.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love teaching the kids. I was telling you I got community manager of the year last year at my
Yeah.
company.
Wah, 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 wah. By the way, we have to put in the sound effects where the fireworks go off and the confetti goes off. Bah, 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 community
Around my
manager
head.
of the year.
I'll find something.
I got best foreign teacher of the year the first year I was there.
Hell yeah, Dwayne. So you're over in
But like
China
I
just
was the
crushing
most
it?
engaged teacher. Like the lesson would call, okay, make a refrigerator out of boxes because we were learning food. So they're pre-K and K. They don't know any English except what I'm teaching them. Right. So it's like apple, orange, banana, meat, whatever. So I made a refrigerator with the freezer and a refrigerator with a little handle on it. They could open it. So they would guess. If they guessed the flashcard right, I would give it to them and they could put it in the fridge and close it back.
Oh,
That's cool.
They loved it, dude.
And I made my principal buy T-shirts for all of my classes. I only had 4 classes, but they come once during the week and one day on the weekend.
Okay.
Like
So you
China's
see
no joke. The kids never rest. But we got all little T-shirts for them, and I had red, blue, and yellow acrylic paint. Put some water in it, spray bottle. So I showed them how to like twist the T-shirt up and make tie-dye shirts.
Okay.
And then,
Hell yeah, and they loved it.
Yeah.
They'd never seen
the
it
principal
like
wasn't. She's like, no one's ever done this, and I'm like, it's in their curriculum. But why not make it fun? I mean,
Yeah.
they love it.
So my question is, you were there for 2 years, right?
Yeah.
How much Mandarin did you retain? Or I guess it was 2017, a long time ago. 19 is when you left, right?
Came back May of 2019. Yep.
How do you teach? But how do you teach?
Well, I know
English.
what you're gonna say. So every class you have a Chinese teacher. Like you don't.
Okay, that was my next. That was my
They,
guess.
Okay.
they
That was my
can't
guess.
even.
I
if-
was curious about that too.
I was
they
good.
can't have a
Translator.
conversation with you.
Right.
Like, they.
And they
Apple,
walk into the
you know?
classroom day one, and you're
But they know
Dwayne.
context, like keywords, like sit down or things like
Shut
that.
up, or
But yeah, the Chinese teacher is always there.
just to watch.
So you got
just to watch
teamed
the
up.
American
With
to
like a
make sure-
translator for you.
Yeah.
okay.
No,
I was
for
really wondering. I was
them.
like, did you learn that?
Well, yeah.
They don't-
well?
I mean, like if a kid's having a meltdown, the Chinese teacher will take them out.
You
But
ain't
it-
gotta do that part.
But
That's
in
awesome.
all the schools, all the parents can sit out there if there's 6 classes going on and they have TV, like to see what they're doing.
the parents could watch.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
So,
China's the
you
most
weren't hungry.
has the most surveillance.
Oh, if
any
you're outside
country
your
in the
house,
world.
you're on CCTV.
There's more cameras in China than there is the rest of the entire world.
If you're outside of your house or outside a public
Seriously.
bathroom, but if you're outside your house or a public bathroom, you're on camera.
You can't get away with.
Right now, they have a
nothing.
social credit rating. Well, I feel like we're getting way off topic.
No, it's
But-
fine.
That's
No,
not
it's
the
fine.
social
But
credit
it
rating.
has, like, if you throw a piece of paper down, your credit, like, that can stop you from buying a house, buying a car, anything.
Like,
Getting married.
tracks who you're like associated with and your friends and all that. And like
Yeah,
your
if you
friends
commit
have
a real
criminal
crime,
background check,
your parents, your kids, your like they can
What you-
stop you
what you
from
do.
buying a house or a car or moving or it's
That's why I'm going to Japan, not China.
It's an interesting concept, but you know what? I think Rogan's talked about, but like at the same time, like China's been thriving for like 4,000 years.
Well, the thing is that one thing I can say, obviously I'm not Chinese, so I didn't
no shit.
understand
Shoot,
or really get involved in like the socialist aspect, or what are they called? Communists, yes, communists. But it's like anywhere you go in China, you feel safe. Like, so if they have mentally troubled children or family members, they don't leave the house without an accompanying adult. Like, they just don't. Because if you do something wrong, then everybody else has to pay for it. So they just don't allow them. Obviously, there's homeless people that are, you know.
But like teenagers don't like go out and have fun.
No. So in that aspect, like, you can walk down the road anytime, anywhere. I mean, unless somebody shanks you, but you know, there's no guns in the country except for military. Cops don't have guns. Nothing. I actually got a ticket one time riding my e-bike through the city because I was outside the fence and I'm supposed to stay inside. I didn't know. So they had me go to this
What
class.
fence?
They had me. It was just they have what do they call frontage roads in most of the city, but then there's a little like metal fenced off. I mean, the fence is real low, but that's where the e-bikes can go back and forth. So the cars can still go.
I got you.
Anyways, they made me go watch this like 20-minute video, all in Mandarin, like. But
which you spoke because you were teaching
No.
it to kids.
So one of my Chinese teachers went with me just to help me because obviously I'm not going to know what to do.
This is bad. Don't do it again.
I had to pay like 50 yuan and watch this video, and then I went to the impound lot and had to pay like $10 US to get my e-bike back.
Damn, dude. I've been like, me how, dude? Me how, dude? I might have to go teach English to some Chinese kids, guys.
I can't see this.
I think I'm getting inspired. I think I'd be good at it. I must do.
I mean, it's
You'd
a
be
totally...
like Dr. Dre,
Anyway,
the Chronic.
Did he? No.
You have a slideshow presentation.
Bad boy for life.
He wasn't lying.
He's doing live.
He wasn't lying. Bad boy for life. Oh
We
god,
understand this, all right. No,
man! How about 1,000?
Lube too much. No.
1,000 bottles.
You think that was one
of
order,
baby
or that
oil.
was like pieced out?
1,000 bottles of baby
If you're
oil.
having 1,000 bottles of lube, then just get on it. We're gonna come to this.
No.
Anyway.
Let's get
Let's
back.
wait until after the break.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Samantha is not going to share this.
that's all right. We'll cut that part out. Get your tickets to Goddess Awakening 2025. We got like 17 days.
25?
2024 and 2025 when those drop. We got like 16 days
almighty.
left, or 17 days left. So get your tickets, goddessawakening.com/tickets, or whatever the link says in the description of this video. Back to China. Okay, so you're teaching these kids in China, and what, your contract just like ends so you come home? Were you
Well,
heartbroken?
okay, so in those top 3 countries, you're supposed to have like a bachelor's or higher in any field. Well, I didn't have that, so I had to make a visa run every 60 days. Well, I would go to Hong Kong, spend 2 or 3 days. So that's why I love Hong Kong, because you could just it's amazing. It's just amazing.
Except for your own camera the whole time.
But it's very westernized. My city wasn't that westernized. Like, we were stared at. There wasn't a plethora of English-speaking, non-Chinese looking people there. In Beijing, they're everywhere. In Shanghai, they're everywhere. But
Not where you're at.
and the food, so my city was the highest known city for spicy food, which their spicy is different than our spicy.
But you're
It's
from-
like
but you're from
can't feel
Mississippi.
your nose is just gushing and you can't feel your lips.
Oh no.
No, I like spicy food, but not that kind.
I wish it was okay at the end of the spicy. The beginning, I can eat some hot stuff and be like, all right, I can find enjoyment in spicy food. But the next day, it's never worth it to me anymore.
What?
I just power through.
I remember one time I thought I was dying.
Yeah, me too.
Like for real,
Yeah,
for
it's
real.
a-
Oh, I've had
Tell
one
us.
of those moments.
Well, no, when you're in China.
So
I'm like,
yeah,
what is
we're-
my mommy? Like that type of moment. Like
What
they
was
had
it?
me
IV?
sit in the hospital bed, 4 different medicines through my IV. So I'm just like waiting an hour for this one to drip down, for the next one to drip. Meanwhile, I'm taking the thing and like diarrhea shitting all over the bathroom. Not all over the
Spicy
bathroom,
food?
but
From spicy food?
no, I don't know.
Food poisoning.
I was dehydrated. I was sick.
Damn.
Oh, me and Eric,
I made it
this
through.
restaurant asked us if we needed medical help and if they needed to call ambulance because we tasted a spicy French fry.
This is one of the best stories I've ever heard in my entire life.
Where was this at, TJ?
The Sandwich
The Sandwich-
Factory.
On Old Fort Parkway.
Old Fort Parkway.
I talked to them 2 days afterwards.
It's called the Crybaby Challenge. It shut our day down.
They
for the
had
next day and a
to
half.
sign a waiver.
Yeah, we had to sign a waiver that was a blank piece of copy paper with grease stains all over it.
Is this place still there?
Yeah, and they had to get
What
somebody
was so
that's
spicy about said fry?
5.3 million Scoville units.
Okay, but like, what was it?
A sauce they
sauce
put
they put
on.
on
it.
See,
Eric,
I just
It's
No.
spicier than pepper spray.
What was the spicy?
Don't know. They don't tell you.
Spicy.
you just on paper and they say, all right, good luck. They ate a bite
What?
of this.
We were supposed to eat a whole burger and fries,
What did you get?
but
if
they
you
let us
won?
taste. Fucking terrible day.
Oh, man. Eric told me that they sat in his car and just tried to ride it out. And he said it felt like someone had a fire extinguisher go off in his stomach. Like, if you could fill someone's stomach up with a fire extinguisher, the pressure from, like,
Yeah, bro. I had to drive us home.
they sat in the car for hours just like, just like breathing through the pain. Just like, God,
And then we
please
got to
don't
his
kill
house,
me.
and I hit the recliner. He hit his bed, and we just curled up in pain for a day and a half.
no interest.
Said his pee burned.
Yeah,
It burned when he peed.
everything burned.
Everything.
That wasn't a fry. That was Felicia.
Oh, 100%. I had that happen in college, but it went away after a certain time.
Same, but different.
Same.
It wasn't a doctor he saw.
You know, I never actually heard same but different until I went to Thailand.
What?
They said it everywhere. Oh, and everywhere you go in
James
Thailand,
Franco.
because most of there's just English speakers everywhere in Thailand. Wonderwall. Like if we were going out to a party, everybody be singing Wonderwall, and I got so sick of that song. I was like,
And this is 2017. Right?
yeah, yeah.
Wonderwall had been out for a long time at that point.
So one of the coolest things was they have a full moon party on one of the islands in the Gulf of
The
Thailand.
water guns?
No.
Alright, never mind.
I'll get to that. Koh Phangan is an island in the Gulf, and they have a full moon party every month. But the night before, they have the jungle party. So you literally go out like 20, 25 minutes. Everybody's loaded in these trucks, right? They're going to take you out there. Hanging off the back, acting crazy, whatever, everybody's drunk. It's literally in the jungle. And it's this big open space, and they have a DJ stage, one DJ stage. Oh, she's pulling out a knife or something, shit. And the DJ stage was a huge cat face, cat head, and the eyes did change colors and did all this, and the DJ was in the cat mouth. And that's what they had. I was like, damn.
That's
bad.
That's pretty
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah, I mean, it was scary at
Where
first.
was
but,
that at?
Thailand. On the island. So they have the jungle, what do they call it? The jungle, whatever. And then the next night is the full moon party on the beach. And they play like rave music, obviously. What did you say?
The big water fight.
So Songkran is...
Cameron and Ariel were there for that.
Yeah. Songkran is the Thai New Year.
Oh, God.
So, like, everywhere, the whole country is in a water fight that day.
Okay.
Guns, they would drive by with trucks with, like, troughs of water and like just throw it out.
Jump
Like
in
if you go
buckets.
outside your house, you're getting wet. You can't walk to the market. You can't do anything.
Damn.
Sounds pretty cool, honestly.
I wish America would
I
do
feel
some
like
shit
it's their
like
version of like a drive-by. Because they have these big ass water guns, you know,
Yeah.
because they make them
Fire hoses.
like
Yeah, Cameron
Blast your
Ariel
kids
showed me
into the next
pictures of
building.
it.
Yeah.
And they said it was so much fun.
it was. Oh, if you're
'Cause it
like an
lasts for, like,
attractive younger
days.
dude and you're by yourself, they have these little like not festivals, but these little party things that you can go to on Songkran, and the lady boys will just be like,
going to Thailand.
yeah. And when you're on one of the islands, like every corner you turn on an island, want a massage? I did not.
How much?
It was kind of like that in Guam.
Yeah.
DJ
Yeah.
was in the Navy, so.
A lot of massage parlors in Guam.
Massage.
Yeah, it's those.
Actually,
kind.
no, it's still a massage. What am I talking about?
I did have one of those,
Oh,
but not by a
100%.
lady boy.
Me neither. But yeah, you got to check it out.
Went in Guam.
He came to my room, which was nice.
There you go. There you go.
Oh.
Convenient at the hotel.
No, that was in Bali. So
wrong country.
So before my 40th, me and 8 of my friends went to Bali for 2 weeks.
How was that?
Amazing.
We gotta get out of the country, man.
This
I
man
gotta get out
said
of the
that
country.
he
Get
had
out
a
of the
masseuse
country.
come down.
No,
and
look,
do
I
this.
made I had planned this for 2 years. So researching Instagram, all these travel blogs, all this stuff. So I wrote a bunch of stuff down, made my own itinerary, and like put pictures. If we were going to a place, I put like the hours they were open, the price, put pictures. This day we're doing this, put all the information. Like I made I still have it on my Google Drive, full itinerary. Everybody knew what we were doing the whole time. Because I never wanted to sit around and be like, oh, what do we want to do tomorrow? Like,
Yeah,
that's such a
at least
time
record my
waster.
Vacation with
It's such a
friends.
time
Yeah.
waster.
And it's like
Because
I
we
really
have
don't
no
give a
idea what
shit.
we would want
Right.
to do, you know?
So you spend half your vacation just figuring out what you want to do. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't even give a shit what we go do. Let's just go do something.
Yeah. And we did, so most of the places we stayed, we would eat breakfast, not in a rush. We would go and do our first event, have a lunch there, and then we would go do our second event. And then by that time, it was becoming dusk, and we would go back to wherever we were staying. It was perfect. There's nothing, like, nobody would have changed anything. We went to the monkey sanctuary. We went to
Dude,
3
what?
different islands. We went to, like, Bali Island. And then we went to Gili T, which is where my friend from Seattle opened a hostel. Stayed there for a couple of days. Then we went to Nusa Penida. Stayed a couple of days. Then we went back to the Bali Island, where Ubud is, the monkey sanctuary.
How was the monkey sanctuary? I don't trust monkeys. They got attacked by one once.
As long as you, I mean,
I just can't rink.
there's
What?
guys throughout the park that can obviously like assist if shit goes crazy, but
What do you mean by
one. Well,
Clean
I mean, you
up.
might get bitten, but they're gonna try to not get you bitten. Anyways, so Chris, one of my friends, had a backpack and he had his water in his little pouch, you know, and the monkey straight up climbed up this man, took the water bottle out, sitting on top of his backpack, twisted the cap off and drank it.
Dude, that's one smart monkey.
I wouldn't be that mad, to be honest.
I'll be tripped out.
No.
Yeah, you better finish that bottle, though, bro.
No,
Dude, that'd be-
it was hilarious.
That'd be adorable. So you just like go to like this little island where all these monkeys are?
And you just like, y'all feed
No,
the
it's in
monkeys
the-
and hang out with them?
Like Bali Island is pretty big. Ubud is in the middle.
Okay. And that's just where all the monkeys are like driven to? It's like
It's
they're
a
like-
monkey sanctuary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sanctuary. What else?
Monkeys hang out there. Nobody makes them stay. there.
Monkeys safe. Safe house for monkeys. Alright?
That's just like, well, I guess that's what I'm asking. Like, is that like a natural area where they all hang out, or is it like a facility?
No, they've made
guess
it
that's
into
all
one.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Monkey facility.
I suppose. Well, because like there's that
It's
like
monkey
pig,
business.
There's that like pig island somewhere, right, where you can like go and like hang out with the pigs or whatever. But that's
Okay,
just,
that
like,
brings up something else. So I didn't get all of my shots because in the U.S. they're astronomical, like typhoid, Japanese encephalitis, all this stuff. So I found this place in Thailand when I landed, I went to this. It was an actual snake farm, like full on. They study snake venom, do all that stuff to get my shots, and I got them for like literally $5.
How many shots?
Just 2.
Oh, just 2. That's okay.
Typhoid and Japanese encephalitis.
You don't want the
for
typhoid.
mosquitoes.
Why did they do that at a snake farm?
That was just the hospital. That's
Combine it all.
Oh, I see. The
Yeah.
hospital.
Typhoid's bad news. I don't know what Japanese. What'd you call it?
encephalitis.
Encephalitis?
Mosquito. I guess it's kind of
Like
like.
malaria, kind of, but
Yeah.
in Japan.
Something.
She was like, "No, this is all you need." I was like, "Oh." I was like, "But I'm going to China." No, this is all you need. Dude, everything was so cheap.
Yeah.
Swear.
A Coke was like $1.60.
These days it's fucking $8.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Well,
We
so
didn't go to right field. We just turned
well,
right and drove.
I did want to get to this hostel in Thailand that you're going to be starting. What's the dream there?
I just want to go there and open a hostel.
That's
Okay,
your
this is the
private
thing.
plan.
I can't just say that. So, traveling as much as I have, staying at hostels and places I like, when you travel to Thailand, especially for, I almost said Americans, like to them, the people that own hostels, they've never been outside of their country, so they have no concept of what we've gone through to get there.
Right.
Not like in a bad way, but like from Nashville, you have to go to New York, Detroit, somewhere else. Then your long flight over, which is 12, 13 hours. And then you take another flight to wherever your destination is. And then you got to take a bus or a ferry. Then you got to take another bus or a car or ferry.
Yeah.
Like, it's about, when I left China from the city I was living in, it was about 36 hours. But what's crazy, I don't know how this is like Matrix firmament type shit, but I would leave at like noon on Monday, right? But I would land in Nashville at 2 p.m. on Monday.
Yeah, the same shit works going to like Japan from Florida.
Yeah.
Time is a
Like
man-made
you-
concept.
Like, I was 12 hours ahead of Nashville.
So if you're on a 14-hour flight where you gain 12 hours back or whatever.
It's real life time travel.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I left when we got sent to Japan. I left Florida like the day before my birthday, and when we landed in Japan,
Your
we
birthday
landed
again?
like 2 hours on May 23rd, like before May 24th. Like we got in at like 10 p.m. I was like, dang, that's crazy.
Not a true story.
Anyways, so what I want to do is I have done that so many times, so I know what I want when I get to a hostel. Hostel is a cheaper route. Obviously, you can stay at resorts and all that, but why, in my mind, okay, you're going to come in to check in inside an air-conditioned space. You're going to take your backpack off. We're going to have somebody carry all of your bags to whatever rooms, get all that sorted. Don't worry about it. And you're going to sit here and talk to me while you check in. You don't even have to stand up. You're going to sit here. Anything you want to drink, we're going to have anything. You want a shot, 2 shots, I don't care. You get a drink for free, whatever you want. And while you're sitting in there, cold towel as soon as you get there. Like, all this stuff, because, first of all, it's hot as balls. You have a 70-liter backpack on. You know, like, just all those things that they have no idea we go through. We're rich Americans, you know.
Right.
We don't get hot and sweat.
Because we're all fat and lazy. So
Yeah,
we
but
never
I
have the
think
couch.
having that westernized hostel, just people leaving reviews and stuff, I think it would go far. Because people are like, we want hostel prices, but we want to be taken care of too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, nobody wants to like show up to a shithole. You know what I mean?
Well, I
So
mean,
get that.
they don't do any of that. You're still standing outside, put your backpack down, sweating balls because you've done whatever to get there. Once you get to the island, you still have to take a car, a motorbike, whatever. And you're checking in, still standing in the heat, carry your bags to your own room. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just that extra. a cold rag and a free drink.
Right.
You need
Like-
extra accommodations after that entire journey there to make it more comfortable settling into it.
A little bit.
You
goes a
feel
long way.
really. It's just you feel welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
You don't feel like
It
a
doesn't cost a whole lot
foreigner
either.
coming in and they're sitting in an air conditioned little, probably as big as this table, you know.
Yeah.
But
So they're cool. Yeah.
yeah,
Damn. Well, when Dwayne opens up his
having
house,
motorbikes to rent,
yeah, dude.
that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Man.
I got it. It's all up here.
Well, we're definitely coming out to stay at your hostel, Dwayne. When you
Millennialistic
find
All my friends-
podcast
Where you
from the
doing?
hostel.
Where are you wanting to open?
Probably
I'll do Thailand. I'll do Thailand or Japan.
Thailand's way cheaper
Thailand.
than Japan.
Thailand.
Thailand. Thailand changed me.
Let's do Thailand.
First of all, the nickname is the Land of Smiles. Everyone there is so nice.
Aw,
No one
That's what
is in a
Grandson
hurry
and
to
Arissa
do
said.
anything.
I love that.
No one's in a hurry.
Not Americans.
And they have like a saying like my pen rai, like MAIBPENRAI, my pen rai, and it's like, no worries. So if you get off at 5 o'clock and I come to you at 4:50 and say you have to stay an extra 2 hours because shithead called out, my pen rai.
My pen right.
They are really huge on like ancestry and generational trauma and generational sin and like your kids, their kids, their kids, their kids. Like you have to live and like overcompensate your do-goodness to eliminate these things. So it could take like several generations, and they don't really have
Don't
like
mess up, dude.
they don't really have like a police force. They're self-policing. They're a self-policing society
That's interesting.
because they feel like whatever I do, you know, everyone in my linearology is going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Lineage.
Everyone.
Lineage.
You're close.
I was like,
Linearology.
that's a cool word. I believe you.
I like it.
I always have
That's
trouble with that word.
interesting,
I don't
though,
know.
dude. Like everyone has like just like such a high moral compass that like just nobody does anything wrong.
And there's different like bowing you can do. Like if you're down here, it's just you're saying hi. If you're up here,
Higher
it's
up,
like
the more it means.
yeah.
Like,
If
yes.
you're
the
up
greatest.
here, like to foreigners, they think we're above them. Not. It is kind of like our societal, like economical system, as far as beneath you or whatever. But it's like this. This is just respect. Like I understand you're probably above me. This is respect.
Yeah.
And then this is like someone that's an important, like a prime minister or something like that.
And this one's like.
And then this is like a Buddha. I got blessed.
And
The
this
second,
one's like
second week I was there.
for
A
Joe.
little white string. You give like they have offering stuff you can buy, like different packages.
Oh, yeah, like
and then you
temples
give
and
it to the Buddha. And we actually did that in our temple course one day, and yeah, it was cool. I got
I
blessed.
saw that on an episode of The Amazing Race. Is how I know that.
And if he's like when you're going in, you can walk freely. Like once you enter that little room, I don't know what it's called, but like if he's actually like working with people, like as soon as you can't like step in, you have to like crawl over to where they are. If
Interesting.
you can't be higher than the Buddhist.
So, yeah. Snicky snake on that. Snicky snake. Dude, that's very interesting.
That made me really think of Mad Max. He was just like,
Oh yeah.
sacrifice.
That's,
I don't know why.
what's the dude's name?
Something Joe.
Immortal Joe.
Despicable Joe. I don't know what they call it.
Despicable Joe. That's the movie with Steve Carell, the animated film,
That's right.
The Minions. Okay. Well, cool. Dwayne, what else? We talked about Goddess Awakening. We talked about where we're going on our next vacation spot.
But see, I love to do that. I love to plan. Like, I really have been I make too good of money doing what I do, so it's really hard to like break free from that. Sure. And cause I want to be a travel planner. Like, I'm going to go with you. I'm going to be the one that goes to the box office and gets the 4 tickets for ferry ride. Like, I'm going to take care of you. All you have to do is go along with me. I'll plan your whole itinerary. I mean, it takes a long time
like
to.
A side hustle.
Okay, I only have.
Side hustle? That sounds like a job.
I work in the
so-
corporate world.
Yeah,
I only.
that's true.
I mean.
Well, so
Eventually,
because
I mean, it'd
I
be
talked
awesome.
to somebody about this as well. I think if you started and you just did it for some friends for free, and was like, "Hey, you're going on this trip. I've been looking to get into this. Let me plan out your trip for you. You tell me your budget. I'll make sure."
I have sent my itinerary to a couple of people that have.
And that's what I'm saying. And then you get the experience and like build some of the connections. There's no risk for them because you're doing it for them for free. You know what I mean? And then you just kind of like.
But how do you quantify the return on that? You can't.
Well,
What are they going to do?
it's-
Make a review of me to
right.
me?
Well, it's all like sweat equity. So then they like.
You know what?
for
I
their
could start an LLC and just like make a Google page of, or I mean, make a profile of my,
Services.
Well, and that's the other thing, dude. If you even
and then
just
I
get
could
it
get
started-
reviews. I'm not out anything financially, and
Right.
I'm not gaining anything.
Well,
really.
and you can write off all of your vacations off on as taxes
oh,
because it's for your vacations.
oh my
You know
God!
what I mean?
Maybe we need to talk about this offline.
Yep. But that's what I was telling Muhammad.
But I also don't know how to. I also don't know how to like structure those types of things price wise.
Right. Well, see, and I think that's where doing it for free with your friends a couple of times can help because then you at least know, like, all right, this is roughly how much time this took me. So, because then once you know that.
Oh, it
then-
took me about 6 months to make ours.
Right, but like how many hours? You know. What
Yeah.
I mean? So that's what you'd really have to calculate.
Yeah.
And then it's just really figuring out, like, I mean, how much do you think? your
Yeah, I
time is
don't
worth,
know
We don't need your
how
negativity.
you would price out.
Well, it would be like-
service.
If you want me to do 1 week in whatever country,
Right.
that's $250. 2 weeks, $400.
I think too,
whatever.
you can do it like by their budget too. Of like you just get like if you tell me you want to plan your vacation at $5,000, like my
But you're
fee is just like
basically-
10%.
I would have to do a lot for free in the beginning.
Are you saying that you
Which
Which
is
is
fine.
which is the case in a lot of businesses. You know what I mean?
Are you?
But I also, for my friends, I looked up different dates, different 2-week dates, different flights, different connecting cities. Like, I looked up all that stuff and had it for them.
And there's so many people that like going on vacations but hate planning vacations that would totally be open to like having somebody. Here's where I want to go. Here's the dates.
What
I
is the
wanna go.
road to Zion? Why do I have that in my Google Docs? What is that?
I don't know. I really don't. But I wanted to say you wanted to be with accompanying the people who you take on these trips, correct?
What?
Like be like a travel advisor, but also be with them as you're doing it. So
yes, that'd be a little different.
wouldn't that be a concierge?
A travel concierge?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you can either pay me for the services or at a discount.
I could see that being a big thing for like corporate events. Like, hey, we're taking like 300 people, or maybe not 300. We're taking 30 people there, and we need like somebody there to like make sure that everything goes smooth.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I feel like big corporations would pay like good money for that kind of stuff, right?
Right.
McDonald's, how much y'all paying for that kind of stuff? Coca-Cola, how much?
Yeah, I
y'all
mean,
paying
you
for
could
that
do like corporate. Say, hey, we're taking our whole company to Cozumel for a week.
stuff? What's up?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you had something. All right. Well, shit. Should we bring this to a halt? I guess one last shout out to all of our vendors,
Yes.
Dizzle Dogs, and to Wanda's Grilled Cheese, and all the other vendors that'll be out at Gospel Awakening.
Moonroom Kitchen.
Moon Room Kitchen.
That's
Yep.
the vegan options.
Yep.
Okay.
Make sure to bring cash because you may or may not be able to pay with your card or with other apps. Cool. What else? TJ? Dwayne, anything for the people before we get out of here?
Come to Goddess Awakening.
Come to Goddess
October 10th through the 13th. Ticket prices are still $111.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 160 at the gate.
Yep. That's a way better plug than I could ever do. We're going to put a link for tickets in the description of this video.
Yes, we are.
So make
This
sure
time,
to do
promise.
that. Make sure to also like and subscribe on Spotify and all those so you get notifications when they come
all
out.
that stuff. Yeah,
Subscribe to our YouTube page for the videos coming out. And
You have more topics. What are you doing?
no, this is everything we did talk about. Did we talk about everything? Yeah. Oh, that's all off-camera stuff. We can't talk about that here. Unless you're on our Patreon. Subscribe to our Patreon, too, to catch the next.
All right, man. I hope y'all smelled what Dwayne was cooking.
Bro.
He's not gonna get that
Absolutely
wet too much.
not.
I was going to do a Dwayne
Did
The
you-
Rock thing. But
Do you remember my first name?
what?
Do you remember my first name? Dwayne's my middle name.
Oh,
Starts with an R.
you told me this. I remember.
Rasputin.
That's so good. Rasputin.
I want to say
Rasputin. How's that song go?
starts with an R.
Mm-hmm.
Russell?
Mm-mm.
No.
Randy.
No.
Rodney.
No. It's what
Raphael.
It's what you would more or less think was a black man's name.
Oh, Redondo.
Reggie.
Reggie Dwayne.
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely like 4 NFL guys for sure.
He said 4.
Well, on that note, before we get canceled, go get your tickets to Goddess Awakening. Subscribe to our shit, folks. Dwayne, thank you for stopping by,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Thanks for having me.
Overdue.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for coming. And we'll see you in 2 weeks in Arkansas, Goddess Awakening.
Yep.
Thanks for
running the
listening,
streets.
millennials. And we'll see you next
See you
time.
later.
I'd like to begin with a fact.